Yes, well, round 5 continues at Lambert Park as the APIA Leichhardt Tigers roll out the welcome mat to the Rockdale City Suns. APIA have hit their stride, sitting in second spot on the table, while Rockdale have been inconsistent this year. They've showed some flashes, but they are struggling in the early rounds. They need to turn the tide quickly, as despite being just 5 rounds in, the race to the finals is already well and truly on. Let's look at the lineups. We'll start with the home side. The APIA Leichhardt Tigers, and Ivan Achevsky is in goal for them. Paul Galimi, Tynan Diaz, Corey Bixo, Franco Parisi, David Diapuzzo, Temba Moatamalo, Sean Simmons is the captain, Adrian Uccino, Michael Kuda, and Chris Payne, fresh off a hat-trick last weekend against his former club. The subs for APIA today: Blake Tuxford is the reserve keeper, Josh Simmons, Andre de Jong, chance to see his first start for APIA since joining during the week, the former Hakoah man and the New Zealand international. Sam McIlhatton, Lachlan Hughes. The coach is John Kaleja. Rockdale have David Bradisevich in goal as always, Daniel Petkowski, Michael Neal, Josh De Silva, Idris El Hafian, Braden Sorge, Nick Petrillo, Matthew Lecce, Sasa Matsura, Howard Fondike, the former APIA man. We'll talk a bit about him in a moment. And Jordan Figon gets a start on the bench. Very attacking for them. Max Rouston, the reserve keeper, but Alek Jurasevsky and Jonathan Grozdanovsky on the bench today. They have goals in them. Lee Egger and Patrick Saville complete their side. Paul Reed, of course, the Rockdale coach. We're just about set to go. Stephen Lucas is the man in charge. There is no Pani Nikas for Rockdale today. He has a knee injury. We're told could be a long-term one in 4 weeks, is what we're hearing, but we'll no official word of that. But they are the rumours swirling around, and we do love a rumour here in the NPL New South Wales, of course. So the stage is set on a sunny Sunday afternoon. Hot conditions for the players. Let's hope it gets fiery out there for the 90 minutes. Rockdale struggling in recent weeks. As I said, APIA have found their groove early on in the season. Underway here at Lambert Park. Rockdale in their away strip of yellow and red. APIA, their familiar home kit. Here, the home side at Lambert Park, as Galimi is forced to do some work early. Early touch for Ivan Achevsky. Currently 30 degrees here at Lambert Park, so hot work for these players in what is soon winter. Not quite out there today. The under-20s players really struggled with heat. Around 33 degrees during their game. It has dipped a little in recent minutes. We may have a drinks break if those conditions continue, but hot stuff today. It's Kuta. Here's Moatamalo. APIA been uncharacteristically a little bit leaky in defence this year. Generally the cornerstone of their success, but 3-0 loss to Wollongong. Really haven't seen them unlocked like that in recent seasons, but it's a bit of a new look APIA. Chris Payne, the fresh coat of paint up forward, and he's banging the goals in. He's got 5 in just 2 games. Of course, I mentioned that hat-trick last weekend against Sydney United. APIA look pretty patient on the ball so far. Here is Simmons, their captain, dropping deeper than we normally find him, giving possession over to Fondike. Now Lecce will win a throw for Rockdale. In fact, it goes to APIA. Here's Diapuzzo. Once again, it's handed over. Sorge with it. Now De Silva. Chance for him to show his silky skills early on. Came on against Marconi back in round 2 and really changed the game. And he's helped to win his side a free kick here. So Fondike and El Hafian over it. De Silva, though, may want this one. Was with the Sutherland Sharks last year, Josh De Silva. Might just have a pop from here. What a start this would be for Rockdale. Lecce will leave it to Silva. Not going to go to goal. Play it short to Fondike. It's a training ground move. Hasn't quite come off. It will win a corner though for the Suns. Good to have your company for your Sunday afternoon. We have a feast of football for your Sunday. Plenty of games on. Make sure you keep it locked to NPL New South Wales Facebook, the Football New South Wales YouTube page. If you do want to tune in, keep you updated as best we can. De Silva, corner comes in. Cleared by APIA, only as far as Fondike. De Silva again. Thought he might try it on the left. APIA a bit ragged at the back here. They have got it clear. They could break. We know the pace they do have. Here's Uchino. Good ball over the top, finding Bixo. He's lethal. Oh, it's opened up early for APIA. This is a huge chance for Bixo. He should have made it 1-0. He still can. And in the end, Rockdale are going to survive. Well, they won't present any easier than that. As Stephen Lucas calls a halt. It's Petrillo down on the ground, but Corey Bixo perhaps caught a little cold just 3 minutes into the game, but that should have been 1-0. Clear through on goal with his pace. It was an invitation from Rockdale. And that's one APIA have let slip. So Stephen Lucas just in conversation with David Bradisevich, asking perhaps Bixo kept a foot in there, but I think it was all in an effort to win the ball and make up for his missed opportunity. They're the chances you've got to take when they're presented on a platter like that by Rockdale. And that's really where Rockdale have struggled this year. Defensively again, it was a weakness last year. It's continued this season. And how's this for a stat? The last 2 games against APIA, they've conceded 9 goals. So certainly something they need to work at. Petrillo looks to be okay. He's going to soldier on. Always tough work for the defenders. Looks a bit ginger as he walks off the field, but looks like he'll continue. Thumbs up to the Rockdale bench, so good news for the Suns and their fans tuning in. So Bradisevich will send it long. Figon will provide the target. Well won in the air though by Galimi. Sorge. It's Petkovsky under a bit of pressure. Payne pressing well. It's a good ball over the top, but Figon can't get on the end of it. It's been a bit of change in the front third too for Rockdale in recent weeks. They started the season with Jonathan Grozdanovsky. Still Jurasevsky on the bench today. Figon gets his chance. No Pani Nikas. I mentioned the knee injury. Word that potentially out for 4 weeks, but we'll wait and see with that one. Simmons hangs it up for Parisi. Hard work for the veteran and may work out though. Cries a handball for Al-Hafian. Stephen Lucas happy to play. In the end, free kick. Let's APIA off the hook a little bit. Depuzo. Kuta. One of the off-season recruits for APIA from Hakoah. Andre de Jong on the bench today for APIA. He's a great signing. Real finisher, real target man as well that the likes of Bixo and Chris Payne can work off and use their pace. Sean Simmons another. It would be a real threat for APIA going forward this season. We wait to see him though. He's on the bench today. Here's Kuta fighting well. Can't jink his way past Lecce. He gets clattered by Simmons. These two don't like each other. It's simmering at the moment. Tension's not quite boiling over. Uchino trying to pick a pass. Only find his former teammate. Neither side really controlling things on the deck. Simmons goes without. Nice feet from Matsura. Chance for Rockdale to break now. De Silva. Neil's overlapping. Take two for De Silva. It's been a pretty frenetic 8 or so minutes here at Lambert Park. Touch from Matsura. Can't quite find his teammate. I mentioned those games last year. 9 goals conceded against APIA last season. Rockdale, 4-1 defeat. And a 5-0 thumping at the Linden Sports Centre. Much of those goals did go to 2 guys that aren't here at the club anymore, Jordan Murray and Sakia. But they certainly have goals in their squad, those players I spoke about a moment ago. It's Rockdale looking for a goal here though. Sorge. El Hafian been busy early, trying to find a teammate. Probably should have just rolled that on the deck towards Matsura. Matsura, of course, sent off in the opening week of the season. Opening round, I should say. Just 30 minutes into the season. Against Sydney United, 2 yellows. It's he on the ball here, trying to restore things for Rockdale. Now Figon. First real touch for him in a wide area. Matsura, he's a body in the middle. There's not a hell of a lot of support forward. De Silva. He's settled into that midfield role well. Getting on the ball here again. Now Bixo. Simmons, good vision. Chris Payne in behind for the first time today. 3 last week. He's in goal scoring form. Can he make it 1-0 to APIA? Oh, you bet he can. And the pain continues for opposition defences. APIA's number 6 is firing them in. It is 1-0 to APIA inside 10 minutes. And just like that, they take the lead. Well, it's a Chris Payne show at the moment. He's 6 goal in just 3 games. Hat-trick last week, as I mentioned, 2 the week before. He's in a rich vein of form. Rockdale's defence struggling. So Rockdale with a job to do. Lecce is the only Rockdale player on the pitch that has found the back of the net this season. They've scored just 2 goals here at the round 5 stage. Pani Nikas the other. They came in the same game against Marconi. So trouble at both ends of the pitch for the Suns, but it may just open up here. De Silva's in behind, going to pull the trigger. Defensive Moata Marlow though, shut him down in time. Payne, a menace again. That goal's really got APIA's back up. Bixo. Simmons. Can't quite link with Payne, although Bixo hasn't given up on it. Payne's a chance here. Oh, bobble. Just wrong footing the striker. We don't see that too often on an artificial surface. Don't know what happened there. But once again, Rockdale just handing it over in a dangerous part of the pitch to APIA. Very nearly could have been 2. Bounce of the ball saving them on that occasion. Well, we don't need to talk about surfaces. It's the talk in football at the moment. Didn't think we'd have too many problems today, but watch this space. Payne has peeled off again. Can he find a second? Puts it here to Simmons. Sorge across well in cover though. They look in a mood today, APIA. And Rockdale look all at sea. So set piece to contend with. It'll be Adrian Uccino to take. Watch for the runs of Simmons, Moata Marlow as well. Can they find a second here? Uccino goes near post this time. Headed clear though by Petrillo. Take 2, Uccino could put it in the goal from here. Goes to the far post, peeling off well. In the end though, comfortable save for Bratisevic. They do seem to miss Nathan Milgate at the set pieces this season. APIA, of course, made a move to Marconi. He was such a danger, not only creating from his long throws, but also on corners and set pieces. They haven't seemed to replace him as a real target on the set piece. Kuda forced to turn it back to Rockdale. Alhafian. De Silva getting amongst it. Getting that foot on the ball numerous times already. He needs to spark his side. A little disjointed at the moment. The 50th anniversary this year for Rockdale as well, so it is a special season. Still a long way to go before we hit the finals, but this competition, if you do start slow, you tend to pay the price. This free kick goes to the Suns. Riders tuning in. APIA in charge at the moment. Chris Payne, no surprise, has another goal and lead by a goal to nil. Adam Santarossa here with you. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. Rockdale with the set piece. De Silva tries to find a teammate. Flick on. And there's a race on. Kuda will win that race. Out for a throw. Matsura can only turn into Galimi. Players go down in the area, but APIA will win the free kick. Poor Galimi, the man adjudged to have been fouled. Doesn't get any easier for Rockdale as the weeks continue. They take on Sydney Olympic next weekend at the Linden Sports Centre next Sunday. Bad news for them is they are, of course, playing the champions, but they've lost their last two at home in recent weeks as well, so not going to plan for the Suns, but you've seen a few of their games this year and they have tended to start slow, but second half come home firing. We saw that at Marconi. Sydney United as well. They probably should have defeated United with 10 men. Lecce, been impressed with him so far this season. Former Wanderers youth player. Alhafian. Petkoski. Go wide. Ball's a good one. Oh, just wouldn't sit. Fondike overlapping at that far post. Petrillo getting forward. Finds Figon. De Silva. Combining well. Two former Sharks. Alhafian. APIA happy to sit off. Fondike. Alhafian again. Nice build up from Rockdale. Fondike looking to thread the needle. Cries a handball. Had a fair shout from what I saw, but Stephen Lucas was right on the scene. And he waved plays to continue. Oh, nice idea from Petrillo, but well read in the end from Bixo. Michael Neal shooting DePuzzo off the ball. And there's a sign. Just feeling the pressure, Rockdale at times. He's our goal scorer, Payne. Can't link with DePuzzo. Figon. Nice touch from the striker. Can they get someone on the end of it? Fondike's ball, trying to find Lecce. Can he stand up? Kuda here, the youngster, trying to work onto the left. Good tackle from Kuda in cover. Real threat, Lecce. Still there for the Suns. Lecce's offside, but in the end, can't get on the end of it. Minor 2, you can join the conversation if you're watching. Jump into those comments, or if you're on Twitter, use that hashtag NPL NSW. Keen to hear your thoughts on this one, or as I said, what is a bumper Sunday of football? Go all the way to about 9:30 tonight, so get comfortable. 6 hours of action or more tonight. No need for married at first sight. This is where the drama's at today. De Silva got fortunate in the end. Wanted a free kick, but not forthcoming. Tapuzo put under a little bit of pressure from Moatamalo. Sorge gives away the free kick in the back of Sean Simmons. Moatamalo. Lucky he knew what he was doing. Hearts fluttering for a second around Lambert Park. Uchino. They do look so composed at the back, APIA. They have been a settled bunch, more or less, for recent years. Particularly those pairing of Galimi and Moatamalo. That man trying to play a pass forward for Bixo. Can he keep it in? He can, but flag is up as he puts it into someone's backyard. But an interesting opening 19 and a half minutes here at Lambert Park. If you're just tuning in, it is APIA 1, Rockdale 0. Chris Payne with his 6th goal in 3 games. Some doubt that APIA could replace the goals of Murray and Sakia. Well, Chris Payne's showing he's just going to do it himself in the early rounds. Here's Fondike. He's handed it back to APIA. Tapuzo. Nice vision. Couldn't quite execute, though. Bratasevic put under pressure. Uchino fighting hard. El Hafian's won it back. Rockdale can move it quickly. They could be in here. Flags up, though. De Silva just needed a bit of composure, and this could be an injury for APIA. It's David Tapuzo, I think it is, that's down. Looks in some trouble. While we have a bit of a break, we will try and update you with scores elsewhere. It is half-time at Cromer Park. If you are wondering, Manly United and Blacktown City 0-0 between those two. Of course, just a single goal in this one to Chris Payne. This is not good news for APIA. Tapuzo does look in a little bit of trouble. Just looking at their options on the bench too, don't really have a recognised midfielder. Josh Simmons could probably play the role. They do have Sam McIlhatton, I should say, so I'll take that back. Andre de Jong, a striker, Josh Simmons a defender, so it would be McIlhatton forced to take on the role. And he's, as I say that, he is getting stripped and ready. Just getting instructions, so they are going to make that change, which is bad news for APIA. It looks to be a difficult blow for the Tigers as their veteran takes the applause from the Lambert Park faithful, but it is going to be a change, and Sam McIlhatton is going to come on. So back underway. So end of the line for Depuzo. We'll try and get you an update at halftime on that. Did look serious though. Screaming and signalled straight to the bench. Looked like a knee injury. Sam McIlhatton the one to take charge in that centre of the pitch. He knows this ground well. Of course, played here last 3 or 4 years with Sydney FC in their youth setup, but now with the APIA Leichhardt Tigers making the move in the off-season. Rockdale want a free kick. Simmons hands it back to Petrillo. Now Parisi. Big so. Parisi goes without, although the silky skills on show from the veteran. Everyone else is biting their nails. He was comfortable. Now Payne goes without it. Free kick coming. What colour will the card be? It'll be yellow. Josh De Silva leaving a foot in there on Chris Payne. Every intention to go for the ball. But you do run the risk when you do have your studs showing. So set piece for the Tigers. Can they look to extend their lead? Uchino sends it in the direction of Payne. The greatest clearance by Rockdale. Lecce puts Bratasevic to work. He fires it to the safety of touch. Here's McIlhatton. First touch for him today. Marlo turns it over to De Silva. Not for the first time. Want another free kick up here. We're playing on though through Bixo. Payne's in the walls already. Out for a throw, and Payne remonstrating with Stephen Lucas. There's another card coming, and it's to Idris El Hafian. To confirm how many he's had this year, Idris El Hafian, but that could be his 4th yellow of the season in 5 rounds. And he was actually suspended for round 1, but I'll confirm that before I throw him under the bus. He has a tight rope to walk. In fact, both midfielders, or central midfield players today, El Hafian and Lecce, already seeing yellow very early on. Some of these tackles got a bit of meat on them all of a sudden. Figon goes without. McIlhatton will win a free kick. Parisi trying to get inventive, but just breaks down in the end. Here's Sorge. Yeah, confirmation of that stat I spoke about. Idris El Hafian. That's his 4th yellow card this season, and he was suspended for round 1. So he's got one in every game. Obviously serving a suspension at 5. So he has more than a tightrope to walk this afternoon. Early rounds of the season. Doesn't shirk a challenge. Is he on the ball here? Turns it over though on this occasion. Marlo. Now Lecce. Locked up. First real phase for them in the last 5 or so minutes. They'll win a throw. Conditions have softened a bit here. Breeze coming across the ground. Comfort level improving in what was 33 degrees 5 or so minutes before kickoff. See the shade starting to come across the ground. Here's Payne. Oh, Petkovski in the back of him. Free kick. And Adrian Uccino getting a stern talking to from Stephen Lucas for a bit of dissent there too. Here's Parisi. APIA not letting the Suns rest in these conditions. Payne trying to get in behind again. Oh, had to be measured. Petkovski, but to his credit, did it well. He and Bratisevic worked it out amongst themselves. He does cause panic, doesn't he, Chris Payne, whenever he's on the end of things. Just a reminder of those other games to come this afternoon. Sydney Olympic and Wollongong. That will be a blockbuster at Belmore Sports Ground. Marconi and Hakoah. I'll complete the round later tonight. And they'll, of course, all be where you're watching this one, the NPL NSW Facebook page or Football New South Wales YouTube page. Here's Fondike. Petkovski. Ball forward. Again, the wall of Moata Marlow. Take two for Fondike. They want it moved quicker. Matsura, probably the PG way of me saying it. Or they've turned it over again. Petrillo sloppy at the back once more. Again, it's Payne in, trying to dink over the top. Oh, centimetres away. Bratisevic will be barking at his defence yet again. They've invited APIA in. And to be fair, the Tigers let them off a hook once again. Tried the same little dink at Seymour Shaw a couple of weeks ago, Payne. Hit the woodwork. Not as close this afternoon. Suddenly it's De Silva in the area for Rockdale. Figon turning well in the area. First chance to see the striker. Probably should have gone to goal. Matsura might still work out for the Suns. Sorge tries to hang it up for a striker, but probably wants that cross back if he had the chance. Nick Petrillo 2 or 3 times today has just tripped over the ball or just put it into the path of an APIA player. Getting some orders from his coaching staff at the moment and wasn't too happy with what he was hearing. That's what happens with the pressure of Payne. Ian Petkovski struggling at the moment with it. It's only the 1 goal though. Suns can claw this back well and truly. Certainly when they're helped with passes like that. As Matsura had it taken off him from Simmons, who was the one that gave it away. So credit to him. Winning the ball back for his side. Now Payne. Parisi. McIlhatton. Here's Galimi. Nice work from Cooter overlapping, but Sorge beat him to it. Out for a throw. Again, they've handed it back. Parisi wants a free kick, he'll get one. It's El Hafian, who has to be careful, of course, on that yellow. has opened the door here for the likes of Chris Payne, Adrian Uccino, Sean Simmons. They've got countless that can strike it from this range. I think you'll find it'll probably be Simmons being the captain, but Payne's the guy with 6 goals in 3 games. Maybe you leave it to him. We'll wait and see. It's going to be Payne. Tries it. Not too bad, but always going over. So just the 1 goal, the lead at the moment for APIA as we edge closer to half-time. Adam Santarossa here with you for this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying it, wherever you're tuning into. We do go worldwide, courtesy of Facebook and YouTube. Be surprised where some people tune in from, but wherever they are, good to have them with us for this one. McIlhatton just forced to hustle, the former Wanderer against the former Sydney FC man. Lecce and McIlhatton know each other well. Again, De Silva the target. Confidence of APIA just to let their keeper do the job. Nachevsky turned over again. Simmons. Flag will stay down on Payne. He'll look up and see 4 Rockdale defenders, but support coming in the middle. In the end, try to do too much. They've won it back though with Bixo. They're just relentless in that front third with their press. Diaz. Get it back here. APIA get the throw. Long ball. Finding Simmons. And it's going to be another corner. So look for the run of Payne. Maitamalo as well. Simmons, as always, to provide the service. Great time to strike for the Tigers to extend their lead. Good option. Bratisevic punching. Not all that convincing. Rockdale get it clear for now, though. Straight back in the mix-up. Galimi and Bratisevic go at it. He's fumbled at the keeper. Huge chance for APIA. Oh, it's 2. And guess who? Chris Payne with a second. It's another error at the back for Rockdale. And they pay another big price. And APIA lead by 2-0. And they are their own worst enemy at the moment, the Suns. And keep counting for Chris Payne. 3 last weekend. He's got 2 before half-time. He's got 7 in 3. Rockdale. They have to respond here. Bratisevic hasn't been helped by his defence at times today, but on that occasion, just fumbled at a crucial time, and Chris Payne's going to make you pay. So the early season troubles of Rockdale continue. Don't want to harp on it. Very inconsistent at times, the Suns. It was their Achilles heel last year. When they're good, they're very good. Just can't find that consistency, the likes of which we see from APIA and co. Still played finals last year, it has to be said. Still worthy of that again. Can they get something rolling? Uccino. Again, Payne's peeled off, but Petrillo does well. Neal lumps it forward. Fig on the target, trying to control it, the big striker. And he's won his side to throw. Matsura trying to shrug off his man. That ball needs retrieving on the roof of the Joe Marston stand. Here's Elhafian trying to find the run of Lecce, but Kuda wins it for his side. Here's Fondike. Elhafian, of course, mentioned Fondike earlier. Haven't quite touched on it, but unceremoniously sent on his ways from APIA. Only a couple of weeks before the start of the season, had to join Rockdale. So a bit of feeling between he and his former club. Here is that man we speak of. De Silva, nice work. Linking well with Matsura. Lecce, this is nice from Rockdale. Can Lecce work onto his left? De Silva hangs it to the far post, but there's no one there. And they're helped here because they've won a corner somehow. Bit of miscommunication from the Tigers, perhaps. Don't know why Lecce didn't just go for goal there, to be fair. A couple of times today, he and De Silva should have probably just put their head down and had a go. Is this a break for the Suns to try and wrestle themselves back into this one inside the last 6 minutes before half-time? Do have some tall timber to call upon. Figon, Petrillo. Corner's not going to do the job though. Elhafian fighting well for his side to win back possession. Wins a free kick too. So Elhafian to take. Can they do better from this set piece? Straight to the head of Moata Marlow. Fondike. It's Petrillo in an advanced position. Elhafian again. Nice vision from him. Just settles things wide to De Silva. Didn't make it easy for Neil, but he did the job. Now Petkoski. First time I've really seen Rockdale put passes together. Do they have the end product? Nice flick down from Figon. Couldn't find the run of Matsura. Now Simmons. This is where they break so well. APIA in transition. Payne was inside his own half. Flag stays down. Support coming too. Can he turn provider? Was a cross, although it turned into more of a shot in the end. Form is in. Why not? Vardas tuning in. It is APIA on top. 2-0 over Rockdale. Chris Payne has both of them. Chris Payne's got 7 in 3 games. With an asterisk, because more could be coming. The way Rockdale are defending. Free kick coming here too. I want to get a move on. Nuccino flags up though on Payne. They just don't let you rest, do they? And that stat I mentioned earlier, the last 2 games against APIA, they conceded 9 goals. It's now 11 in 3. So they don't match up well against the pace that the Tigers bring in the front third. Here's Fondike. Thought they should have won a free kick. Thought it hit the hand of Moata Marlow. Matsura, nice vision. Finding Sorge. Lecce's forward. So too Figon. Tries for the ladder. Galimi's head though. Clears the danger for now. Doesn't work out on that occasion for the Suns. McIlhatton put under pressure. Inside the final couple of minutes here in the first half. Well, that's a bad tackle from Parisi. He's going to go in the book. Yellow. So he's the first APIA man to go in the book. Idris El Hafian, the man who got clattered into. Sorge links well with Matsura. Fondike. Matsura in behind. Just couldn't get past Kuda. Of course, no Pani Nikas today for Rockdale. Expected to be out for the next 4 weeks. Parisi allowed to turn. No real pressure from Rockdale. Skips past Lecce in the process too. Diaz gets it at the second attempt. Parisi trying to find Payne once again. Oh, he's bulldozed over from Daniel Petkoski. It's one way to limit his goals. He is still on the deck, Chris Payne, although he's getting up now. I should say it was actually Corey Bixo. Still have been giving me nightmares so far this season. Parisi. McIlhatton. Galimi. Now Kuda. Nice from APIA. I'll get a corner. In fact, Petrillo saves the day. Sorge can't. So the final seconds of normal time. Payne trying to play a pass this time. Parisi. Chance to turn in the area. Parisi. Uchino was lining it up. Decided to find Diaz. Cross comes in. Payne at the far post. Unmarked again. Try to get inventive. Kuda. Rockdale again. Oh, Petrillo goes right through Kuda. And he's going to get a card. Just yellow on this occasion. So Kuda looks to be okay as he gets to his feet, but it is a card. The third for Rockdale, so probably some frustration for Petrillo. Hasn't had a great day at the back. This would be a killer blow if they can find a third here right before half time. Been a real lack of urgency at times, Rockdale at the back. Can they be made to pay again? Or Uchino tries to catch Bratasevic napping. We saw in that last movement, Parisi allowed to turn on the edge of the area. Uchino able to pick a pass too. Don't want to be too negative towards them. Simmons turning well. Uchino turns it over. El Hafian. Figon. Nice touch, but we'll only find Galimi as he finds the road behind us and oncoming traffic. So out for a throw. Just about do us. Final seconds in the first half here at Lambert Park. APIA will be pretty happy. Could have been more with some of their chances, but fortunately for Rockdale, they haven't taken them all. It's Rockdale on the attack here. See the numbers around the ball at the moment. All APIA in defence. Look at the watch from Stephen Lucas, confirms it is half-time here at Lambert Park, and they'll be pretty happy, the home fans. Chris Payne is in some form this season. His goal-scoring run continues. He has 2 inside the opening 45. It has APIA in control. At half-time, it is APIA Leichhardt 2, Rockdale 0.
going to check that I'm actually still recording. It takes a village, the whole village is beaten. There we go. We're recording.
Yes, welcome back to Lambert Park. Second half about to begin. The home side in control at the moment. 2-0 as it stands. Stephen Lucas gets us back underway. Rockdale have some work to do. APIA stringing the passes together since half time. Much of the same how they left us. Simmons putting a dangerous ball across the face. Bixo now has it for the Tigers. Straight back in for him. Fondike puts it out for a corner. So Simmons to take, Rockdale to do the job defensively again. This would be a coach killer if they could score this soon in the second half. Well, Bratisevic hasn't got there. Fortunately, Payne went without just a goal kick, despite he trying to con his way to a corner. McIlhatton wins the header on Matsura. He and Uchino go without. Fondike. Forced to McIlhatton. Does well, gets a push for his troubles. We'll get a free kick too. Just held a little bit too long on the ball. Matsura has it for Rockdale. Cries a handball on Galimi. Stephen Lucas agrees. Elhafian tries to find the run. Flags up though on Figon. First time we've really seen the striker just turn Moatamalo today, but flag was up against him unfortunately for the Suns. Speaking of the sun, it is a little cooler at the moment. We started about 31 degrees. Much cooler conditions here in the second half as the sun starts to set. Paul Galemi does look in a bit of concern, the defender. They do have Josh Simmons on the bench. Monitor that one closely. Already have lost David Apuzzo to what looked to be a serious knee injury. Payne. Petrillo wins that battle. Uchino, he won that one. And Apia win the throw. Uchino. Payne. Matsura intercepting, trying to drag the Suns back into it. Has De Silva ahead of him. Finds him here. Just settles De Silva. Forced to go all the way back to Petkovski. Bratisevic. Again, De Silva's the target. Again, he's met by a wall of Apia players. Fondike. In ball to Elhafian. Trying to help it on to Sorge. Nice build up to now. It's that final third where it breaks down. Lecce fighting hard. Can he keep it in? He just loses the race. Out for a goal kick. Here's Galimi now. Helps it forward but can only find Sorge. Fondike, important touch for the Suns. Neal. De Silva looks to have moved into a wider area this second half, already seeing a number of touches. It's an important touch there, finds Neil. A little unfortunate not to win a free kick there. Here's Uchino, time to settle, pick his pass, just sends it forward in the direction of Payne. Petkovsky just nods it into the path of Bratasevic. Petkovsky can't link with De Silva. Nicheski just hangs it up. Maitamalo just cushions it. Simmons the target. Petrillo potting him off the ball. Got the interest of Stephen Lucas, but never going to be a penalty. You see the frustration in some of the Rockdale players. Some heated conversations from a couple of them. Only takes a goal. Drag themselves back into this game. Certainly not out of it. Might sit here though. Chance for them. Matsura breaking clear, but Nichevsky racing off his line. Doing the clean-up job for the Tigers. Again, McIlhatton has to hustle. Did it well though, finding Parisi. Now Simmons. Seem to always have time on the ball, the Tigers, looking so composed at times. Uchino. Lovely ball into the path of Diaz. Just won't sit for him though. Out for a goal kick. Simmons wins an important header. Out for a throw. We'll update you with results elsewhere. The Wollongong Wolves lead Sydney Olympic at Belmore. Manly United leading Blacktown at Cromer Park. About 15 minutes left in that one. Both of those games a goal to nil. Wollongong 1-0 up over Olympic. Manly 1-0 over Blacktown City. Figon. He's giving away a free kick. Hasn't had much luck, has he? The big striker. Is that ball? It's going to be interesting for the ball kid to retrieve that one. Hope you're enjoying this one though, wherever you're tuning in from. Adam Santarossa here with you, bringing you all the action. Good viewing if you're an APIA fan. Work to do if you're a Rockdale supporter. Time on their side though. Can't afford to concede again though. Bixo shrugging off Neil. Can he find a pass or will he just continue to search forward? Opens up here. Oh, it's 3 for APIA and it's all too easy. Sean Simmons fires it home and the second half has started with another goal. And the pain mounts on Rockdale. Captain fires it in. And it's bowed heads for the Suns yet again. Well, it was Bixo's run that opened things up. They just couldn't shut him down with his pace, breaking the lines. Simmons doesn't need a second chance from that kind of range. And it's 3-0. Just as I was saying, they couldn't afford to concede again. Seconds later, taking the ball out of the back of the net for the third time. It's now 12 goals in the last 3 games against APIA. Al-Hafian gets clattered by McIlhatton. Free kick coming. Lucky not to receive a card there, McIlhatton. Alhafian did a similar challenge in the first half, but that's just my view. APIA have shown in recent years here at Lambert Park, once they get a lead like this, they can go on and do some damage. We've had some serious results, 6-7 goals at times. Rockdale will be hoping it doesn't quite get to that. Already with a great comeback in round 2 against Marconi. Can they conjure something here again? Here's Matsura. Alhafian. Neil beats out Parisi. Alhafian's ball. Cushioned by Fondike. Chance here. Flashes wide from Figon. Deflected on the way through. Be a corner. Mentioned the poor run they're on at the moment, particularly at home. Their last 2 games at the Linden Sports Centre ending in defeat. And they've got Olympic next weekend. So backs against the wall. Can they fight their way off it here? At the corner to Silva. Delivery's good. Chance on the follow-up. Fondike. Sorge. Alhafian the target. Flies high, but Nichevsky handled it well amidst the pressure. Parisi's clipped by De Silva. Stephen Lucas playing advantage. Diaz turns possession back. Alhafian. Oh, Figon's in a good area. This is a chance for Rockdale. What can the striker conjure? Has De Silva with him. Going to try it. Not a bad idea. Deflected. Remember the outside of the foot. Corner. Pressure starting to mount for Rockdale. Wanted to play it short. In fact, does so now. Alhafian. Fondike into the area. APIA players mounting the wall. Delivery's good to the far post. Petrillo just couldn't make the connection. It's better from the Suns though. McIlhatton turns it back to De Silva. Bounce the ball going the way of APIA. Petkoski. Tamalo just thumps it clear. Payne's in behind again. They just can't get a watch on him. Looking for his 2nd consecutive hat-trick. Can he turn provider here? I'll tell you what. Not what was intended, but Nelly snuck in the near post of Bratisevic. Rockdale wasting little time. We just can't give him a look from anywhere at the moment, Chris Payne. Pretty sure that was a cross, but hey, he's a striker. He'll claim it anyway. Oh, they're handing it back here. Important touch there from Petkoski. Parisi. Toying with them at the moment, APIA. Bixo. Important touch. Does he go for goal himself? He does! Good save from Bratisevic, though. That would have been good night, surely, if that had snuck in. Sort of in and out of the side last year, Corey Bixo. The likes of Jordan Murray and Sakia holding those positions in the front third, but has staked his claim so far this year with the goals. Parisi. Into the area he goes. Can he pull a pass? Gets a little bit fortunate. In the end, probably should have picked out the likes of McIlhatton, who was waiting on the edge of the 18. Here's Lecce. Haven't really seen enough for the young striker. Still remains the only Rockdale player with a goal out there this season. Nikas, the only other, just 2 goals here in 5 rounds. Simmons. Parisi. McIlhatton's really steadied that middle with the loss of Depuzo. Simmons again. Payne in the area again. Can he find it here? The third. Oh, it's hit the post. Luck not on his side at the moment. Beat Bratisevich but couldn't beat the woodwork. And again they go close to their 4th. Here's Figon. Worked tirelessly, but just lacks support at times in that final third. Fighting hard, though. The striker wins it back. We'll look up, though, and have really no one to go to. Sorge. Figon's going to present forward now. Trying to get in behind Ongalimi. Still fighting hard, Figon. Has he won himself a corner? No. He's given away a free kick, in fact. Job just about done at Cromer Park for Manly. 3 minutes remaining in that one. They lead by a goal to 0 over Blacktown City. Nearly half time at Belmore. Wollongong still leading a goal to 0 over Olympic. Here it is all APIA. Diaz trying to find Payne again. It's all working for the striker on the turn. We'll get a second chance at it. Petrillo did well in clearing. They are up against the ropes. APIA win a throw. Payne works his way to the byline, but unlucky there. Be a goal kick. Lucino. Forced to go all the way back to Nichevsky. Here's McIlhatton. Galimi's pass intercepted, but fortunately fell to APIA, not for the first time today. Bounce of the ball going their way. No free kick coming there. The pressure of Michael Neal, it was. Here's Fondike. Had to hurry with that touch. It's a little bit proppy to Howard Fondike. Going to soldier on. APIA trying to break. Neal has it, has De Silva forward. El Hafian inside. Defender will surge on. El Hafian. Matsura. Really lacked that spark in that number 10 position of Nikas. De Silva provided it a few times in the first half, but really what they've lacked. Martamalo reads it well. Get it back here. Allowed to turn. And now Payne's away again. Story of the afternoon. Can he find another hat trick? On the right boot he goes. Hat support. Goes himself though. Bratisevich makes a good save. Probably should have found the support in the end, Payne, but he's scoring the goals. You can perhaps overlook the selfishness. De Silva. Made or half in work, but works out for the Suns. Fondike. Not going to plan for him against his former club. Neither that pass. Petrillo. Start with a goal for Rockdale. Claw their way back. Here's Matsura. Starting to get more influential, dropping deeper to get on the ball. Again, it breaks down. Lecce going without it. Parisi as APIA stream numbers forward. Parisi had too many options in the end. Bixo saves the day. Simmons with it. Numbers in the middle for APIA. Can he pick it out? In the end, just trying to play a pass to the run of Payne that didn't come. And we're going to see a change here. It's going to be Matthew Lecce to make way for Rockdale. And Jonathan Grozdanovsky to come on. So the striker for a wide man in Lecce. Still no Alec Jurasevsky for Rockdale, but can Grozdanovsky spark something? Trying to keep this one in, the striker. He's done well to do so. Need a turn provider. Only really one target in the middle was Figon. Apia had the numbers. Grozdanovsky being put to work since coming on. He's going to lose that battle. Diaz all the way back to Nachevsky. He just thumps it clear. Apia could have moved top, depending on the result that goes to Belmore, but Wollongong leading that game. They might only be able to have second, but after 5 rounds, they'll be happy with the way things are going. Job not done just yet, as Alec Jurasevsky is going to come on for Rockdale. So second change, and Sasamatsura is going to make way. So Rockdale throwing the kitchen sink at Apia in an attacking sense. Jurasevsky and Grozdanovsky on, looking for goals to turn the tide in this one. Apia, though, looking more like scoring at the moment. McIlhatton read it well. 5-on-4 at the moment. Do the numbers work out? Diaz, can he find someone in the middle? Lovely cut back to Bixo. Rockdale got a body in the way. Parisi firing it back here. Trying to play it into the path of Payne. Intelligent, but would have had to be an inch perfect. Al-Hafian. Here's Kuda. Putting the afterburners on. Free kick. In fact, the throw will go to Rockdale. Here's Neil. Thought he was checked by Bixo. Stephen Lucas didn't agree. Uchino. Simmons turning. And now turning it to Petkovsky. We're going to get a change for Apia, their second of the day. And Chris Payne is going to make way, so no consecutive hat-tricks for him. Just the 2 goals this afternoon.
Scorer of 2 goals today, number 6, Chris Payne.
Another fine effort for Payne. So he'll have to settle. And we're going to see Andre de Jong, new signing. New Zealand international, played for Hakoah in this competition last season. He's a handy player to call upon at this time in the game. Shows the stocks APIA have. But Chris Payne, well, the goals are flying in. De Jong will get a first look here, perhaps. Fighting to win possession. Does win it. Can only find De Silva. He hands it back to Moatamalo. Tynan Diaz starting to see more of him in an advanced position. Can't keep that one in though. So Payne has 7 goals in 3 games. Trying to do the numbers in my head. Wasn't always great at maths. But falling just short of a double hat-trick. One last weekend, hit the post for the 3rd today. Had a couple other chances spurned as well. So he's an informed striker. APIA looking informed side. 20 minutes remaining here at Lambert Park. Job for Rockdale to do. Anyone that's seen this competition before knows we've seen it done, but it will take some doing. And third and final change will come here to Rockdale. Howard Fondike to make way. Patrick Saville to come on. So Howard Fondike's return against his former club certainly didn't go to plan. Here's Petkovsky. Uchino finding Simmons. Couldn't find the runner De Jong. Has scored on this ground in recent times. Andre De Jong, last time Hakoah were here. Waratah Cup final, I think it was. So he knows his place and banged them in for Hakoah, which earned him an international call-up to New Zealand. Hoping to do likewise for APIA this season. Sorge. Grozdanovsky. Overhit that cross. Not over just yet if Neil can keep it in. He's done well to do so. Now under attack from Tynan Diaz. Saville. First real involvement of Heat. Grozdanovsky shrugged his man. Trying to get a look into goal, but goal kick. Rockdale fans felt that was a corner. From my vantage point, probably agree with them. Rockdale turning again. Grozdanovsky looks good since coming on. Fashions a shot, but straight at Nachevsky. It's looking the most likely since coming on, Grozdanovsky. Here's De Jong. Uchino, Parisi linking well. He might get it back here from De Jong. He does. Only Bixo through the middle. De Jong. Lovely ball. Nice idea. Just breaks down though, but it's the time APIA have on the ball just to pick their pass. Just isn't working for Rockdale today. I mentioned that matchup next weekend. They take on Olympic back at home, so the challenges keep presenting. Neil. Petkovsky can't find the run of Jurasevsky. They have moved De Silva more central with Jurasevsky coming on. Parisi told to give it quickly. He's done that. Kuda has it. Has De Jong ahead of him. Just fired a little too hard at his feet. So 15 minutes remaining. If you're just tuning in, APIA in command. They lead by 3-0. 2 goals to Chris Payne, 1 to Sean Simmons. APIA have had the chances to add to that too. Hitting the post. Bixo forcing a strong save. McIlhatton. Uchino again. Bixo has got clear of his man, but even with his pace, he's not going to claw that one back. Looks like APIA are going to make their third and final change. Simmons. Nice touch from Uchino. Stole in on 2 Rockdale players. De Jong. Space to move. So too Bixo. Parisi. Martamalo. Look at the movement from APIA. Diaz had 2 options in the end. Just didn't quite know which one to go with. They'll work out though, they'll win a throw. Neil just got the stud there of De Jong, perhaps in an interesting position. It's going to be Lachlan Hughes to come on for APIA. Wait to see who they'll withdraw. If I was a betting man, I'd say it's probably Franco Parisi, given he's on a yellow card. Martamalo really won everything in the air today defensively for APIA. Simmons. The options he has. Kuda's one of them. Parisi forward. Bixo 2. Kuda just going to go on his own. Still works out for Parisi. Has De Jong in the middle. McIlhatton. APIA fighting to keep the ball. Bixo turning. Still they can't get it clear. Rockdale in the end. Works itself out. Saville. Here's Sorge now. Neil sets De Silva with something to chase, but Martamalo's read it well again. Hard to shell out votes today. So many APIA players doing a good job this afternoon. Payne will obviously be amongst them. May take all 3, but Simmons has been good. Bixo good again too. Martamalo very good at the back. Fortunately, it's not my job. Here's Kuda, putting the head in danger. De Jong gets inventive. Chance here for Parisi. Still there for APIA. Bixo has it. Will he go on his own? Jurasevsky wants to turn on the edge of the area. Showed good poise though. Fine Neil. We'll get on the end of things here. Jurasevsky. APIA have the ball again. They are good in the transition. Straight back on possession. Although they gift it back here. Krostanovsky. McIlhatton swarms in, takes it back. De Jong. APIA have numbers. Parisi's on the scene. De Jong looking to find him. Parisi. McIlhatton. They're queuing up. Here's a chance. Oh, it's just wide. It probably should have been 4. It wasn't too far away though, and that is the final touch of the man I spoke about, Franco Parisi, on a yellow card, so no need to risk things. And Lachlan Hughes will check in for a cameo late here at Lambert Park. Another impressive display from Parisi, the evergreen midfielder. Here's De Jong. Lovely ball through from Kuda. Just couldn't quite kill it, De Jong. So inside the final 10, Adam Santarossa here with you. We'll see some more goals, I feel, before the 90. Hughes' first touch, McKill Hatton. Impressed with him since coming on for Depuzo. Diaz. He drills it straight into De Jong. Not where it was intended. How's that for your luck being in today? Managed to find him anyway. Here's McKill Hatton, forced to give it off under the pressure of De Silva. He'll get it back here. Getting some miles in the legs today, isn't he, McKill Hatton? De Jong, nice touch from the striker. Simmons, intelligent with the outside of the foot. They're queuing up in the middle. Can Diaz find one of them? One he probably wants over. Well and truly opening up this game. Rockdale getting a bit desperate. APIA looking for more goals. Full time at Cromer Park. Manly 1, Blacktown 0. Still Wollongong lead Sydney Olympic early in the second half at Belmore. So if that score remains that way, Wollongong will keep hold of top spot. APIA will stay in second. Rockdale, well, who knows where they could end up. 9th coming in. Other results could go against them today. We wait and see. Marconi and Hakoa to complete the round, of course. If you're interested in those games, you can tune in right where you're watching this one. NPL NSW Facebook, Football New South Wales YouTube page. Will Gotsis has that game at Marconi Stadium later tonight, 7:30, and the game in progress at Belmore. Tony Tanous calling that one. We do have you covered from every angle. As I said, it is a feast of football here today, and every round really in the NPL NSW. Simmons again allowed to turn. Uchino. Bixo, Hughes. So good to watch when the passes stick for the Tigers. Uchino driving forward, looking for an option. Hughes is one of them. Does he go on his own? Probably should have in the end. To his credit, fighting back to win the ball back for his side. El Hafian. Well, he was checked. Stephen Lucas agrees. Time running out for the Suns. Can they get some consolation? Figon thought he was pulled off the ball. Rockdale players not happy. Certainly had a tug of the shirt. Don't know if there was perhaps some coming the other way as well. Saville. Krostanovsky. Figon, nice flick on. Flag stays down. Yarosevsky. It's gone up now though. First time we've really seen that trio combine. Unfortunately, flag was up though for the Suns. I was just about to say, if you look through that Rockdale side on paper, you wonder why they are struggling. So impressive, certainly in an attacking sense, but they just can't find a goal at the moment. Big So. De Jong. Kuda. There's a paddock to run into. De Jong turning in the area. Simmons, in fact, gets clumped down, penalty. It was a clumsy tackle in the end, and Stephen Lucas had no hesitation, pointing to the spot. And APIA have a penalty. Well, Rockdale will complain, but you make those challenges in the area, you roll the dice. Stephen Lucas was well placed to make a decision. I want to be careful not to compound things by any unnecessary cards. And Andre de Jong, he will step up in his first appearance for APIA. And he can really rub a bit of salt into the wounds. So Bratasevic made some saves today. It's been made to work hard. Here is De Jong for APIA. He fires it home. It's a debut goal for the new recruit. Settling into life nicely here at Lambert Park. And Andre de Jong makes it 4-0. And Rockdale suffer another blow here this afternoon. It was cool, calm, collected from the spot. Went straight, but you hit it with enough power. Bratasevic not going to save it. So 4-0, just 4 minutes of normal time remain. It's the third consecutive game Rockdale have conceded 4 goals or more against APIA. And there could be more. Big So. Will he go on his own? Probably should. Bratasevic saves well though. Well, that was the equation for APIA this year. Replaced the goals of Sakir and Murray. Chris Payne started things and De Jong's 1 from 1. Here is that man, De Jong. McKill Hatton. None of the new faces. Has impressed today. Does not stop, does he? Sydney FC's best last year in their NPL campaign. Big So is going to win a free kick. We just have to remain calm here. Thankfully, Neil just helps up Big So. Just as it looked like things would ball over a little. Simmons can't get on the end of that. Wait to see how much added time there'll be today. Hasn't been too many stoppages this half. They will want to keep hold of the clean sheet though, APIA. Do they have more goals in them? Kuda starting to get more forward. Into the area he goes, wants a free kick, but Stephen Lucas says he made the most of it. Final minute of normal time. Intelligent run from El Hafian. Hasn't stopped running despite the deficit. Jurasevsky. They certainly look better when both he and Grosinovsky are on the field. See the fight of Grozdanovsky coming deep. De Jong. Petkovsky. Radosevich just sends it forward. Free kick. So fourth official about to raise the board and tell us how long remains. Just 2 minutes for APIA to add a fifth. For Rockdale perhaps to end the pain. Simmons. Hughes clipped, free kick. This is where we see Simmons perhaps go for goal. He can hit a free kick from this kind of range. Would end things with an exclamation mark, wouldn't it? Goal from this kind of territory. Diaz leaves it for Simmons. Does he go by himself? He does, in fact. Straight into the wall. Out for a corner. So, inside the final 60 seconds of this one. Reminder of the games to come tonight. Sydney Olympic Wollongong continues at Belmore Sports Ground. Marconi and Hakoa to conclude the round. Can APIA conclude things with a fifth? Go to the far post. Queuing up, Smack Hill Hatton. Bixo's there. Might just sit for him. Handball. That will probably be that for APIA. McKill Hatton sends Hughes a chase. Radosevich wins that though. Look at the watch from Stephen Lucas. There it is. Full time at Lambert Park. And it is full throttle from APIA this afternoon. Their run over Rockdale continues. They took charge early with 2 goals to Chris Payne in the first half. And they compounded things. Sean Simmons made it 3. And a penalty and a debut goal for APIA for Andre de Jong. Made it 4-0. It is a fine display from the Tigers here at home at Lambert Park. Their good form continues. Rockdale's struggles continue as well, and it doesn't get any easier for them. They have a job to do, but it will be the Tigers that celebrate. Full time at Lambert Park. It is APIA 4, Rockdale 0.